Hello, guys. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you when you see this video. My name is Jenny, and today I'm going to read a few Reddits that I saw last night. I tried to record this last night, but it did not work out. I was stumbling over my words, and I said, forget it, I'll do it in the morning. So that is what I'm doing. This was actually going to be the third story I was going to read to you guys, but I decided I was going to make it the first one because I want your opinion, so sound off in the comments about this one, or any of them, honestly. Also, if you like my videos and you want to see more of this, click subscribe, click the bell so you know when I post and you can see what I'm posting. And I try to keep my videos pretty short and sweet so that it gives you something to listen to while you're doing your chores or whatever. I don't typically put a whole lot on the screen that you have to see. If I do, I'm typically reading it or I'll explain it to you. So yeah, let's go on and read this. Am I the a-hole for having sex with a guy who wanted to wait until marriage? Let's see what happened with this. I'm very curious. Oh, also, I have a question. You know, I'm new at the editing and all the apps and stuff. I've got CapCut on my Chromebook, but I don't see any place where I can film. I like to use the teleprompter, but so I'm not looking down, to read and look up. I like to make eye contact or make it look like I'm making eye contact when really, honestly, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So, okay. So, if you know anything about CapCut on a Chromebook, can I film through it? Because I do not want to lose my spot right here because it has my script for me right here. So, anywho, let's get on with it. Okay, I want to tell you. All right, AITAH for having sex with the guy who wanted to wait until marriage. I, 20 female, have been seeing a guy named Fred who's 23 for the past couple of months. We met at university, started texting more and more, and had our first date in January. That led to more dates and a lot of time spent together over the last 3 months. Where I'm from, it's pretty uncommon for people to have strong religious beliefs regardless of the religion. I personally don't believe in anything religious, but Fred has more serious convictions. He goes to church every Sunday, his family is religious, and his parents got married before having him. So even though things were going really well between us, I was always a little worried because I simply love having sex. God forbid a girl have hobbies. She put that in parentheses. So Fred, on the other hand, didn't have any sexual experience beyond making out. We talked about it and he was open to doing some more things, but didn't want to go all the way. He said he'd rather wait until marriage, and I agreed to waiting more, and even though I was a bit disappointed, in parentheses, he's a fine man, and I'm not used to being the one hearing no. I never showed it or pressured him. In fact, I'm often the one making freaky jokes, but when it comes to actually doing something, he usually takes the initiative because I genuinely don't want to cross any boundaries. I actually liked waiting for him. It was something new for me, and it helps me become more patient and tolerant in other ways, in other areas of my life. That's cool. I am a dopamine addict. I usually prefer instant fun over delayed gratification, even if I know being patient is often better. So I really felt like I was growing as a person by waiting for him. That's good. Until yesterday. We were making out and things started to get more and more intense. We had literally both came like an hour earlier, so I wasn't even horny. Did I say that? I just love kissing him. He took the initiative again, and this time the tension was really intense. It was passionate, aggressive, hands everywhere, pure I want you now energy. He got on top of me and we were both almost naked, and he asked if I wanted to proceed. I, of course, said yes without really thinking or double checking that he was okay with it. It was great until after. When he finished, I got up to put my clothes on, and he picked up his phone and said, "I'll have to go soon." I was like, no, the fuck not, man. Take a chill pill. But I just said something like, bro, what the flip? Wait. Asshole, did I tempt him? Am I like the forbidden fruit and he's Eve? I'm so lost. The way he acted really hurt me, but at the same time, I don't want to hold it against him because I know this is probably a lot for both of us to process. And that cold behavior isn't like him. I also don't want to make him feel bad because he was really great, except for the lack of aftercare. Could he be pulling away because he sees me as a bad influence? Are we seriously never doing it again until marriage? I would be low-key mad. I know it's very selfish of me, but like, you can't give me a taste of what I'm missing and then tell me to wait years to get it back. That has to be torture. Since yesterday, I've had that heavy feeling in my chest that the one I always get when a relationship is about to end. So when there's something the other person isn't saying, the feeling has never been wrong before. Every time I felt it, the relationship has ended not long after. So really, did I do something wrong? I don't think you did anything wrong, personally, no. He initiated, he said he was fine. He could be upset with himself. Y'all gotta remember that the way people act and treat you, it really has nothing to do with you unless you've done something to them. But in this situation, it's not about you, it's about him. And in most situations it's about them. Like when someone's bullying you or being mean to you, it's really not about you. They're going through something. So he's either upset with himself for allowing himself to lose control over that. I would imagine that's all it is. He's upset that he allowed himself to go that far. I doubt that it made him stop loving you. I doubt that he wants to break up. Y'all might just get married real quick now. Who knows? All right, this next one is in the advice section on Reddit. And this man says that he caught his wife cheating with her college sweetheart. What can I do to save our marriage, if anything? He is 33. He is 31 and she is 30. So I recently, as in last night, found out my wife is cheating on me with an old college fling she had. How I found out was she had been frequently going on mom's nights that would often go late into the night. Sometimes she wasn't getting back till 12 a.m., which I felt was odd due to all these moms having young kids and such. That is odd. Last night, it was well past midnight and I had not heard a word from her in a few hours. After multiple unanswered calls and not responding to text around 12:30 a.m., I called the police to do a welfare check. I had her location on my phone because I was very worried about her. I had thought maybe she got sick, hurt, or possibly in need of help. I couldn't go to her because our two young kids were already in bed and she had the car seats in the car. Sounds like she knew you wouldn't be able to leave and go find her. The police called me soon thereafter to report that they had found her, very drunk and throwing up, with another man taking care of her. Turns out the other man was her old college fling that she had rekindled a relationship with in the past few months. I was devastated. Texted her to not bother coming home, and I ended up not sleeping the rest of the night. How could you? I mean, this morning she had sobered up, returned home, and I had already left for work, and my mom was watching the kids, and we met up at a public place to chat. She claims that, while inappropriate in nature, she did not have sex or any physical contact with this man. Rather, she was unhappy in her marriage and was simply using him to have fun and hang out. What? I am so incredibly dubious of this. She has been lying to me for months, saying she's going over to a girlfriend's house when she is really going over to another man's apartment to drink and have fun. She told me that she didn't tell me the truth because she knew I would not approve. Well, no shit. I don't know what husband would approve of a woman going to another man's apartment and getting drunk and hanging out. So while she claims that while nothing inappropriate in nature happened, she did not have sex or any physical contact with this man, she was just unhappy in her marriage and was simply using him. I bet he's so glad to know that she was simply using him. Okay. I am so incredibly dubious of this. She's been lying to me for months, saying she's going over to her girlfriend's house when she is really going over to another man's apartment to drink and have fun. She told me that she didn't tell me the truth because she knew I would not approve, which is very true, and that she promises nothing happened. I simply do not believe her. Me neither. I don't believe her anyway, either. The hard part is that I love her and want to be with her. We have a house, kids, dogs, etc. This is the woman I planned on spending the rest of my life with, and now I cannot even trust her. So do you want to spend the rest of your life not trusting her? She is blaming her unhappiness for, at bare minimum, having an emotional affair, but low-key acting like if I did a better job listening to her needs, she would never have stepped out of our marriage. I am no perfect guy and can absolutely be a better husband, but to jump into an affair crosses the line. Absolutely. If you felt like this, why didn't you tell him? You don't just go cheat. You talk. You have a conversation. This is your life. You've built a family with this man. How can people just throw that away so quickly? It just baffles me. I am emotionally raw, drained, and tired. I did book us a marriage therapy session, but I think I may be whistling past the graveyard, so to speak. Can this be fixed? Can I trust her ever again? This sucks. TLDR, wife stepped out of marriage to rekindle an emotional affair with an old college sweetheart. Says nothing physical happened, but I am doubtful. I want to fix our marriage, but I think I may be making a mistake. Help. Don't rekindle your marriage. You need to divorce that woman. Do you want to spend the rest of your life wondering if she's got another man? I wouldn't. You don't want to put yourself through that. Don't put yourself through that. She's already showed you that you can't trust her. So, do you want to spend the rest of your life wondering who is her next victim? Obviously, they're victims because she's just plainly said, I was just using him. So, even if she didn't mean it like that, that's what she said. She said it. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Okay, this next one is long. Hopefully I can get through it without losing my voice. It is co-parenting advice. And boy, oh boy, did I co-parent for a very long time. My daughter was 1 when her dad and I divorced. And actually, she wasn't even 1. We had her first birthday party and we were separated. But that year, we were divorced months after that. It was a terrible, terrible custody battle, and I never wish that upon anybody, even my worst enemy. That heartbreak was too much. So this one is going to be long. So get your water, take a seat, get a snack, and listen up. Co-parenting advice. My 13-year marriage is over, although it has been a long time coming. I'm so sorry. That's a long time. Due to codependency issues on my side, I forgave a long and complicated affair, which in retrospect was the wrong thing to do. So, guy before this, take this guy's advice. Leave her. Anyway, it is now completely over, and although my heart is bleeding and I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I am trying not to be weak. Well, there is a light, I promise you. Promise you. Sometimes a light might be a train, but just like in faith, I am a Christian, so I like to use this kind of analogy. Like you're walking in faith, and we're walking in life blindly, not knowing what the next moment is going to bring. But we have faith that every day and every moment is going to be good, and that good things are going to happen for us, and have some hope, which is having only positive expectations. And it stuck with me forever. So I hope it sticks with you. So have some hope. Have positive expectations for your future. When you're walking through this tunnel blindly, know that God is the light at the end of the tunnel, and He has got a beautiful life planned out for you once you get through the BS you have to go through. Okay? I am like a walking testimony of that. Oh, you got this. There is a light, I promise. Recently, my son, who I stuck around with this cheating mother for, has been developing behavioral issues as a result of a neurological disorder. My ex blamed me for his behaviors as she says he mimics my bad habits. Thought it was a neurological disorder. We are struggling to implement good routine, but her authoritarian approach is upsetting him further. and I am trying to be firm but empathetic. However, because I see results with my approach and she doesn't see results with hers, I have been labeled a bad parent and the entire situation with our son is on me. That's not fair. She sounds awful. Then I come to find out that my ex has most likely been seeing someone before the major arguments about our son began. I have a feeling now that she was using the arguments to completely close me out of her life so she could escape guilt-free, burn the bridge behind her so I may never cross back into her life. I know everyone will say this is a blessing in disguise and I should hold my head high and move on to better things, but it's difficult to accept someone can just throw it all away for what is essentially meaningless sexual endeavors. Agreed. It's easy for her, an attractive woman with so many options, to do what she wants. As the saying goes, a woman chooses who she wants to sleep with, and a man sleeps with whoever he can. She doesn't care how I'm feeling at this point, that I had to manage our son's latest hospital admissions, deal with the school about his behavior, getting attacked on all angles while also trying to maintain my own chronic health condition. Now I am stuck in this lonely hotel room with my son, trying to maintain a brave face while melting inside, as I know she goes off with some other married loser that is cheating on his wife knowingly too. Wow, this is what a winner. What a winner he chose, right? Actually, I think a lot of times people get married and then like that person's true colors starts to show, right? My life will now become about rebuilding and myself and helping my son recover. Dating just seems like it's out of the question anymore, and the apps are rubbish, and meeting someone organically will be difficult because I am too shy and insecure. So hopefully I can fight the loneliness and continue to be a good dad and not a broken shell of a man. But here's the main point. The differences of parenting styles will continue to be an area of contention, maybe even worse now that we are apart and there's hatred and vitriol from her side. She will continue believing her way is best, and I should enforce her beliefs even at the detriment of our son's health. But if I continue my relaxed approach, then he will not live up to her expectations and I will remain the bad guy. We are getting professional help, good, but they are more focused on making our son more resilient rather than these court issues. You need a lawyer. Do you have an attorney? Because that's what it sounds like to me. You need an attorney to tell the judge, like, look, she's not a good mom. And the way, if you just can't really, he's 13. Her approach, if she's like, sounds like she might be a little mean and a little rough, I don't want to compare her to anything like 8 Passengers or anything like that. But if he's struggling with neurological issues, I think gentle parenting, being empathetic and understanding of your child's needs instead of him living up to your expectations, how about letting him live up to the doctor's expectations, or just let him be. Just do your best as a parent, but don't be mean. I don't think you have to reprimand, or what did he say? It's a neurological disorder. Her authoritarian approach is upsetting him. So that right there, I would tell an attorney and tell the judge, and she would probably end up with like supervised visits or every other weekend. It would be tough, but you seem like you're a good dad, so I'm sure your son would be in good hands. I have another one that's really short. It's just like I've been seeing these all over the place, and it's wild. So y'all guys out there, y'all need to be getting some DNA kits and DNA test kits and just having them on hand, making sure your woman ain't screwing the neighbor, So this one says, twins aren't mine and I don't know what to do. So some backstory, my wife is 26 and he is 25. They have been married for 5 years. We have 2 sons, ages 2 and 3, and they are 100% mine. We just had a set of twin girls, 10 months old, and the babies look nothing like anyone on my side of the family, so I decided to get a DNA test. The test came back and I am not the father. Our relationship has been like any other relationship. It had its ups and downs, and I have been devastated over this, and I'm not sure what to do. I haven't confronted my wife or anything yet. You haven't even told your wife yet? I see that a lot too. Like, oh, I found this out and I haven't told my spouse, but hey, I'm going to go tell Reddit. Y'all, you got to start talking to your peeps. Start talking to your peeps before you start talking to the internet. We're strangers. We don't know. We're not in your life. Yeah, we can give you advice, but it might not be the right advice, if we don't know the entire situation. And we can't, we never will be able to, because we are not there living it. So, oh man, I would tell him, you need to tell your wife that those girls are not yours. And I would be asking her what she was up to 19 months ago. Where were you? On the night in question. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. Funny story, kind of, I guess. But my youngest, when we had him, my husband and I both have Native American in our blood. Sounds weird. But I am Creek and Cherokee, and he is Cherokee? I'm sorry. I'm Creek and Navajo? Creek for sure. I'm 8%. Yeah. I'm an 8th Native American, Creek Native American. My husband, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But so our youngest, he came out and he was so dark. His skin was so dark, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I had a C-section, okay? So you're already high on the pain meds, right? I'm pretty sure I told him something like, I swear that's your baby. I was just so worried he would think it wasn't his, but like, we also had a 2-year-old. Well, he was almost 2 when we had our youngest. So that would have been crazy to be like, as a stay-at-home mom, what would I take my toddler with me to go sleep with another guy? That would be insane. But people do it every day. Reddit is proof of that, right? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I am going to try and get it posted today. And yeah, I really want to start the MS series on autoimmune diseases like multiple sclerosis or MS. But it's been really rough. My mom has been sick lately, so it's been hard. She's not ready to get on camera just yet. So waiting on that, and we'll get that series started. But right now I'm just going to continue with my Reddit series and continue with my daily uploads so that I can gain my subscribers and all that. I think I need a whole lot more subscribers, 8,000 more, in order to start being monetized on YouTube. Like I said a few days ago, I'm scared to be monetized on YouTube, but I'm an Amazon influencer. I'm on Instagram. I get paid on Instagram. I get paid on Facebook, which they're the same. And I should just try at least, a little harder than I do. So that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I need to get this edited, cut out. It's almost 30 minutes long. It's all cut it down to 23 minutes or something for you guys, so you can just watch it. Alright? Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to get outside, drink your water, take your vitamins, take care of yourself, love yourself, and know that you are loved and you're not alone. Somebody out there thinks about you every day, and they're like, oh my gosh, they said this thing to me and that just totally made my day. Or they gave me a hug when I needed it the most. I had no idea I needed it that much. So you do make an impact on somebody's life, and if you feel like you don't, then go out there today and do a good deed. Go buy somebody a coffee, or go pick up random trash you see on the ground, but wear gloves when you're doing that. You don't want your DNA on something. Oh, well, and you also don't want to touch anything gross, but you don't want your DNA in the trash can, and then a week in it, and then you end up buying Coburger. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys have a good day. I'll speak at you later.